My name is Karen Haglof. I have a movie called Day 34, which is a rotoscope-based animated movie of a song that I wrote and recorded a couple of years back. And it's basically the story of a woman who's trying to come to terms with what she thought was real, which may have not been real, and just trying to deal with that. And it gets mixed up in watching old movies overnight. I don't know if you have the feeling or have ever had the sensation where you're just not sleeping and you're leaving your screen on all night, and so you wake up and it's like something's there, and then you don't know if you dreamed it or was it really there or not. So I'm trying to get that vibe across.
Wow. Well, what was the hardest part of making this film?
The hardest part of making the film was probably, some of the assets were hard to make. I mean, and also to kind of get into the emotionality of it and feel true to it.
Especially with animation, I can just...
Yeah, so to make it feel like it was a real emotional event.
Wow, that's awesome. And what's the feeling that you want audiences to be left with after watching your film?
That, we don't always know what the line is between reality and what we remember. And that may change with time. Here's a woman who's now counting days after the event ended, day 34. Maybe day 35 will be better, maybe it's going to be still more of the same, but it's a process to go through.
Yeah, absolutely. That's empowering, yeah. Quick fire question, what's your favorite film?
My favorite film is All About Eve.
All About Eve, wonderful. And were there any films that inspired this one particularly?
I took I don't think you've seen my film, but there's a middle section which kind of, it calls to mind old B movies where there's usually there's a trio. There's the hero. There's a definite hero. He may have some flaws, but he's the hero. And then there's his wingman, his tried and true buddy who's always there. And then there's usually some mysterious woman who may be true love divine, or maybe a snake in the grass. And sometimes she starts as a snake and ends up as the true love, and sometimes it goes the other way.
Oh.
And I can't think of any names of specific movies, but that just seems like a trope that is in my head.
That you've seen. Yeah.
Like the woman is like, "You've got me all wrong," or that kind of thing.
Totally. If you had any advice to give to any aspiring filmmakers, what would that be?
It would be to, just don't give up. Work at it every day. Don't let anybody tell you can't do it. Work at it every day. Keep going. Some days are better than others. Some days you make more progress than others.
Yeah. And where do you see yourself moving forward in the next few years?
I have at least 5 or 6 different animations in the work. I would love to get into a little bit longer, short films or something like that. But we'll see where we go. I'd love to incorporate more live action. I like to do a mixed media if I can, if the project calls for it.
Wow, well that's incredible. Yeah. That's incredible. Thank you so much for sharing your story, and I can't wait for audiences to be impacted by it.
And thank you very much as well. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you so much.